Hey everyone, I'm here with another video and today I'm doing something a little bit different. So I as a person am very interested in the idea of how we grow as people and how we can in fact be very different people at various times in our lives. And I just thought it would be a fun idea to, I guess, talk to you all about my past and about my present and about my future. So who I was, who I am, and who I want to be. Because honestly, like, I don't know where I got this idea from. Maybe another YouTuber did it and I forgot about it, but I think it'd be so interesting to hear about people's aspirations and about who they were as children and who they were in high school. I do have a little notebook with some points. So starting off with who I was, when I was a child, I was very inquisitive. I was always in the garden poking sticks at things is what my mum used to call it. I was fascinated, absolutely fascinated by nature. I used to love, I still do, love documentaries like David Attenborough and stuff like that. I used to watch them almost exclusively. Used to keep snails as pets and I had mosquito larvae as pets at one point. Questionable. I used to go to my grandparents' farm a lot. They live in Melbourne, so it was a little difficult to get out there, but we used to go there once every year and that was where I was happiest when I was younger. That's my happy place. And I used to walk through the paddocks, and then they had like a forest in their backyard, and I used to walk through along the fence of that one and watch the kangaroos. To be honest, I've blocked out most of primary school because it wasn't a pleasant experience for me. I mean, like, the first few years were alright, but in like year 6 or something, I just wasn't me in primary school. I was such a goody two-shoes in primary school. I used to walk into class with like my stack of books and my glasses on, and I was the biggest teacher's pet, didn't do anything wrong. I remember one time I broke a rule and I had to have a word with the teacher about it, and then I cried. How times have changed. The start of high school was horrible. I hated the start of high school with a passion. I was not friends with the right group of people. They're all such lovely, lovely people, genuinely, but they just weren't, I just didn't mix well with them. I wasn't similar to them in many ways. I didn't have the same sort of views or opinions as them, and I didn't have the same interests. I was a horrible person. I was mean, I was judgmental, and I'd say bullied a girl once, and that's disgusting, and I'd never ever do that ever again. I have apologised to her since. It was just petty, you know, young stuff, like sending hate online, all that. I wish I didn't. That's like one of my regrets in life, one of my biggest regrets. I was very, very, very insecure, and I sort of took it out on other people, I believe. I remember, I have this one distinct memory. I came home one day from school and I just stood in front of my mirror, took off all my clothes and just stared at myself. And all I could think was just, I hate myself, you know? And as well, in high school, I started pretending to be someone that I'm not. I developed this sort of persona that really wasn't me. I abandoned all my interests for the sake of adopting other people's interests to try and impress them. I was also an incredibly anxious person. I always just checked and checked and checked my likes, my followers, seeing if everything was alright, if people liked things, if people didn't like things. And I remember when I like first started getting hate, I was genuinely really, really offended by all of it, because I was so obsessed with what people thought of me, and I wasn't doing it for myself, I was doing it for other people. Like, I've exhausted who I was, so I'm going to start to talk about who I am, which could go on for a while because I do know myself quite well now. I never used to. At the moment, I believe that I am an incredibly strong person. I have overcome lots of things in my life. I'm still happiest when I'm in nature, just as I was when I was a child. I find a lot of peace and comfort in being away from suburban lifestyle and being away from the society that we've constructed ourselves to be in. At the moment, I love anything creative. I love making videos and I love painting and writing and singing and dancing and all of those things, photography. Yeah, I love it all. I love that I'm working a lot at the moment. I'm deferring university, but I don't believe that defines who I am as a person, so I'm going to talk more about my personality. I'm a very compassionate person and I always have been, and it is still very much there. I haven't grown out of it or anything. I do still care deeply about animals, still vegan, all that jazz. I'm quite a stubborn person. Yeah, if people ask me to do something and I don't want to do it, then it's not going to happen, you know? I'm very stubborn and I'm very impatient. I'm also very ambitious, I like to believe. I am extremely protective of my friends, and this can actually sometimes be problematic. Like, if anyone would ever mess with my friends or my sister, I'm fiercely protective of the people that I love. When I say fiercely, I mean it. And I'm not obsessed with the idea of revenge, but like I will, if we're, I don't know, at a night out or something and someone will come and try and creep on them, then I'll do everything in my power to sort of make sure that they're safe and make sure that they're okay. And that's just who I am. I love going out, partying and clubbing and nights out. I don't find myself to be a particularly materialistic person, which, you know, by looking at my channel you might think, oh, I just don't really care, to be honest. Like, I do believe in style in terms of wearing things that represent you and that you feel yourself in and that you feel comfortable in, but I'm not going to go out of my way to go and spend ridiculous amounts of money on fashion or following trends, I guess, is the way that I'd put that. I still do get anxious sometimes, not very often at all compared to what I used to, but there have been various occasions recently where I've gotten a little anxious. I don't know why. I think I'm just, I don't know. Unfortunately, I do still care what people think, definitely not as much as I used to, and I'd like to think that I don't care what people think, but the truth is that I do. The majority of my actions are because I want to do them, not because I'm doing them to impress other people, but sometimes I will monitor myself and censor myself. I absolutely love music. I love going to live concerts. I love going to gigs at bars and hearing my friends play, stuff like that. I really love that. I am an extremely empathetic person. I can feel other people's emotions and other people's thoughts and energies as they are my own, and by that I mean that if I'm around people and they're all really angry or they're all really sad, then I will actually feel that physically inside of me, and sometimes it can be hard to separate other people's emotions from my own. So now I'm going to move on to who I want to be, and I've got a lot of things in this category because as a person I want to be someone who focuses more on what I have rather than what I want. But that's not me at the moment, so here's everything that I want to be. I want to be someone that is more grateful for things in my life, and I am already someone who is extremely grateful and can find beauty in lots of little things. Can find beauty in lots of little things about life, but I would like to be someone that not entirely focuses, but focuses on the good things that I already have rather than the things that I don't have. I want to spread love and good messages on both internet and in real life. I want to be able to make other people happy. I want to care less about what other people think of me, and I want to live more according to what I want rather than what other people want. I want to be more selfish, but I don't want to be selfish, if you get what I mean. I want to be kind to everyone, and I want to be nice to strangers, smile at people on the street, give money to homeless people. I want to be that person that brightens up someone else's day, because nothing makes me happier than seeing other people happy. I want to be traveling all around the world. I want to be creating art. I want to be filming, and I want to be photographing, and I want to be painting and writing. And I want to share it without any limitations, because I do have a lot already, but I just don't feel comfortable enough in myself to share it, which is sad because all art is good art. I want to be a less anxious person, and I don't want to let past experiences impact the way that I live. Already I've come very far with that, and I think that with just a little bit more I can be completely free of that in a way. Also, apologies about the background noise. My neighbours decided to build their house. Basically, as a summary, I want to be someone who is kind and who cares about other people, and I want to take better care of myself, and I want to follow my dreams. I want to continue doing this. I want to make a career out of it. I want to travel the world, and I want to change the world, and I want to make the world a better place. But it's not a matter of what I want, it's a matter of what I will do.